is being conducted in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by advertisement in the Cape May Star and Wave, on the Township website, and posted on the bulletin boards at Township Hall. We request anyone wishing to address council, please wait for the mayor to recognize you. Please state your name and address for the record, and please remember, all comments must be kept to 3 minutes or less.
Thank you. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, a moment of silence. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Conrad?
Here.
Councilmember Wareham?
Here.
Councilmember Roy?
Here.
Deputy Mayor Coons?
Here.
Mayor Sippel?
Here. Okay, for today's meeting, on a work session, we actually have a presentation to honor and recognize Donna Blackley, who's recently retired from the township. We have a swearing of a new patrolman. We have the State of the Township addressed by myself and a presentation by Fire District Number 2, Luke Conley. So with that being said, I'll ask Donna and your family, whoever you have here with you, please come up front.
I got you.
Man, you're really smiling.
It's only been 24 hours.
Okay, we have a proclamation here for Donna. I'm going to read it. Donna was born and raised in Upper Township and attended Ocean City High School, whereas Donna then became a flight attendant and later worked as a dental assistant. And whereas Donna married her husband, Jay, and they have 2 beautiful children, Cole and Devin, and chose to reside and raise their family in Lower Township. And whereas Donna began her career with Lower Township Fire Bureau in the year 2000, then she became a secretary to the Fire Bureau after working for them temporarily in 1999. And whereas Donna attended fire inspection school in 2003 and also took the fire official course. She attended fire investigation school in 2013. It was named Lower Township Fire Official on February 1st, 2015. Now, therefore, it's great pleasure that I, Mayor Frank Sippel, and Lower Township Council, do hereby congratulate Donna, a well-deserved retirement, and thank you for your dedicated years of service to the citizens of Lower Township, and wish her continued success in all future endeavors. Signed this 3rd day of February 2025, Mayor Frank Sippel. Congratulations. You want to bring family over for a picture? Come on, Jay. Family, come on over. How you doing, bud? Good, good, good. Here, you want to?
I know, hold her up.
Yeah, your family are no kids no more.
Nope.
But and I just want to say just a couple of things. I see the fire staff's here with you today, so thanks for coming out. You know, and I think a lot of folks don't realize how busy our fire office is. And if I'm not mistaken, they do over 3,000 inspections a year when you add up all the different types of inspections. So that's a lot of work, and they have an important job. I just want to thank you for that, okay? Okay. Thanks for coming out. Okay. You guys could stay down there, I guess.
Trying to get your steps in.
Chief, you're up, Chief, with your Patrolman Cushman and his family and your staff. You've done this before. I hope somebody protected the township tonight. Yeah. Young man, how we doing? Good? He's going to read the bio first, and then we'll swear you in, okay? Okay. You're good right here. You're good right. He's going to talk about Patrolman Cushman. Young man, you're going to pin him,
Austin
right?
Cushman, badge
All right,
number
Mike.
229, is a lifelong resident of Lower Township and a 2013 graduate from the Lower Cape May Regional High School. He joined the U.S. Navy in January 2018, graduating from Hospital Corpsman A School in December 2018, followed by Dental Assisting C School and finishing with Basic Dental Laboratory Technician C School in September 2019. Patrolman Cushman was stationed at Naval Hospital, Yokosuka, Japan, from October 2019 to December 2023. He separated honorably from the U.S. Navy in January 2024 and was hired as a full-time police officer by the Lower Township Police Department in August of 2024. Patrolman Cushman graduated from the basic course of police officer training at the Cape May County Police Academy in January 2025. Patrolman Cushman's wife, Ann Cushman, will be holding the Bible for the oath, and his cousin, Patrolman Michael Cushman. Michael, I didn't recognize him with the hair. Michael Harkin, will be pinning his badge.
Before we swear him in, Chief, I just want to make one comment. I know he's a Navy guy. You're Army, I'm Army. So none of this Navy beat Army stuff, okay, tonight. Can't be talking about that kind of stuff, okay? So, okay, can you hold the Bible and hold the baby? Okay, your left hand, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Swear to support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey. I bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state. On the authority of the people, I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all duties of position of police officer for the Township of Lower according to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations, young man. Like you did that before, right? Very informal. Just come on up and have fun. Wherever you want to be. Okay. It's your night. Yeah. Everybody. Any side that's any side you want.
Crowd ain't coming through.
I don't think we fit John in that.
Get out of my way.
Too many weights.
No, you're good, Robin. Yeah, come on now. Good job.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, definitely. All right, thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming out. Okay. Good job with that pinning, man. Like you know what you're talking about.
Man. Ask Kevin to spell that when he said that.
What's that?
I was going to ask Kevin to spell that.
Spell out.
So I couldn't
Yeah.
pronounce it if I...
Most of the time, Kevin reads everything for us. School teachers they can pronounce words that I can't pronounce. That was just an easier one than I already read the proclamation. There was stuff in there was going to trip me up. I was like,
Yeah. I was a special ed teacher. These are some of the things I had to read and try to decipher.
we won't have too many questions tonight because there's not that many people here, right? It's okay. The important ones are here, right, Chris? There you go. I'll start. Good afternoon, Deputy Mayor, Councilmen, and members of the public. Today I will be giving a State of the Township address. We'll be looking back to 2024 on some accomplishments and other various actions taken. We'll also touch on some items in 2025. I'd like to thank all the departments for providing information for this address. Our clerk's office, Julie Picard, along with her staff, for compiling this presentation. Some slides we'll just scan over, and others I'll get into more detail. This presentation will be posted on the Township website for others to see that cannot make it here today. I will ask everybody to hold the question to the end of the presentation. Okay, first slide. A little bit about Lower Township. I'm not going to read every word for word on this slide. Lower Township is the largest year-round population in Cape May County. It's home to roughly 23,000 residents. It was incorporated in 1798, consisting of historic towns including Cold Spring, Irma, Fishing Creek, Phyllis, Diamond Beach, Shawcrest, Scudder Landing, North Cape May, and Town Bank. The township is home to the Cape May County Airport, the Cape May Lewis Ferry. Its historic sites include the Fishing Creek School, Naval Air Station Wildwood, historic Cold Spring Village, and the Cape May Lighthouse. Other great attractions are the Atlantis, a concrete ship from World War I, which has a beautiful landmark at Sunset Beach, and the Coxhaw Creek Wildlife Management Area, just to mention some of the great places to visit. Lower Township was adopted the council manager form of government in 1984. The council is composed of 5 council members, mayor, deputy mayor, and 3 wards. The mayor presides at all council meetings, has a voice and a vote in the proceedings. The manager is responsible for the day-to-day operations, serves for the indefinite term of office at the will of council. Here are a few of the actions we've taken in 2024. We actually approved a land auction in which 101 George Avenue, home of the previous rescue squad, was auctioned off for $152,000. That was put back on our tax rolls. Skelliger Landing, we've done a lot of work down there with some traffic calming measures. The last thing to be added there are the solar power flashing beacons that are scheduled to be installed in the next coming months. On October 7th, 2024, we had a town hall meeting at the Lower Cape May Regional PAC Center. Over 800 residents came out to learn more about the DEP flood map regulations. The township continues to fight against the proposed regulations from the DEP, which may increase homeowners' flood insurance. In December of 2024, council established a full-time position of a deputy township manager. Being the largest municipality in Cape May County, we had no deputy. Many other towns have it, so we thought it was a good idea to establish that position. It's working out well. Just some of the 2024 points of interest. I'll touch on the budget from last year, Higby Beach project, capital improvement projects, the highlight special events, 9/11 ceremony, various recreation events, and a slide from the township engineer. Last year, we approved the budget of $34 million, $688,000, and a few dollars after that. That was approved by the budget last year. The Higby Beach project, even though they started last year and they'll be continuing to 2025, the important thing from this project, it's a $33 million project funded by the state and federal government. There's no township tax dollars involved with this project. For those who did not see the presentation from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife that came here, you can go online, the Township Lower, under the council meetings and watch the video. It was from back in February 2024. Again, that presentation to council was on February 8th, 2024. Some of the completed projects we have are the recreation playground, ADA accessible behind here. Diamond Beach Park and playground upgrades. We had some pickleball courts put over there. It's a big hit for that. Early Park playground upgrades. We had some reconstruction, paving, drainage at Bay Drive, Francis Avenue drainage project, beach path updates, upgrades rather, and Town Bank pedestrian handicap ramp access. Some of the special events we had in 2024 was a special concert to benefit the youth of the community. It was August 20th of 2024. Over 1,000 people attended. We raised money for the Children's Assistance Fund. Over $2,600 was raised that night. We had our annual Lower Township Annual Veterans Day Parade. That parade also be done in 2025. That was a big hit. The entire Coast Guard leadership pretty much was here for the parade. We want to thank him for that. The 9/11 ceremony, the township hosted a remembrance ceremony to observe the 23rd anniversary of 9/11, which was held at Naval Air Station Wildwood. It was the largest and most attended 9/11 ceremony in Cape May County, and I thank the staff for putting that together. Easter egg hunt, it's a spring activity we do for the kids every year. The annual trunk and treat event is fun, safe, interactive Halloween event. We do that every year also. The Hornet Trail Walk. The important thing is it's a free event for everyone. Over 50 volunteers participated in the Hornet Walk, and over 1,500 residents enjoyed the Hornet Trail Walk this year. The engineer report, de Blasio and Associates, they actually worked on 34 different reviews with the Planning and Zoning Board. He does the work for them, in addition to the Lower Township capital projects. We had 12 capital projects last 2024, and he helped initiate 6 grants for the township. We'll do a snapshot of 2024 by department. I'll go through a slide from each department until we get to the end there. So public safety is the first slide. They procured the field of a stationary automated license plate reader throughout the township to assist in investigations and solving crimes. Basically, they're stationary devices that reads the license plates of the vehicles are going by 24 hours a day and helps us with our investigations. They implemented the Axon Air program. They collect data with the drones. They actually fielded 2 more drones in 2024. They're listed on the slide. They also procured a Ram ProMaster utility van, which will be converted into a command operation vehicle, which will be used most of the time when the drones go out. They also did 16 background investigations for the police officers. There's a new requirement. They have to be licensed now, and every 3 years they have to renew the license. So the police department, they do a third of the officers each year to keep current. Lower Township Courts. The Township of Lower and Borough of Wildwood Crest have entered into a shared service agreement for the municipal courts. The Wildwood Crest Municipal Court is now being heard at the Lower Township Court at the airport. Lower Township Court held 46 weekly court sessions in 2024, where it's between 45 to 75 cases are heard each week. Lower Township saw a 19% decrease in criminal filings and a 52% increase in traffic filings, where Wildwood Crest saw a 6% increase in criminal filings and 28% increase in traffic filings. The grand total of filings for both courts was 3,314, which you can see they were very busy in 2024. But Public Works, you'll see some more slides too. I guess the big takeaway is the last bullet there. There will be construction of a new Public Works office and facility services. It's currently going through a design phase right now. The clerk's office, you can see they're very busy throughout the year. And well, I'll just go right down the list. It was over 1,000 short-term rental licenses issued. There was 288 business licenses, 971 dog licenses issued, 411 resolutions, 19 ordinances passed, and I know Mr. Solicitor's involved with all those. I want to thank you for that. We had a bunch of permits issued for yard sales. We had some street opening permits issued and register vacant properties and some marriage licenses. So if you see by the numbers, they're very busy. I want to thank them for their work. The tax assessor office, they captured 130% more added assessment value in 2024 than they did in 2023, which amounted to $37 million in added rateables, over $37 million in added rateables. Which the important takeaway here, it added almost $500,000 into our tax rolls through the assessments. And our total rateable base right now in the township is a little bit more than $3.7 billion. The tax collector's office, they collect over $76 million in taxes and other municipal charges such as lot clearance fees, commercial trash payments, municipal service fees. The unaudited tax collection rate for 2024 is 99%, so they're able to bring in 99% of the tax into the township. The Township of Lower has 15,391 taxable properties and 714 non-taxable properties, mostly due to veteran status. The Treasurer's Office, our year-end fund balance, was a little bit more than $9.4 million. We had a great year. Our cannabis tax that we get in each month, we were able to collect over $40,000 in cannabis tax. And the occupancy tax, mostly or short-term rentals, that was close to, well, actually it was $922,000, close to $1 million. We also have 7 grants at the cost of $64,000. They're basically for low income to moderate income, for emergency repairs, roof, heating systems, those kind of things. And we brought in over $1 million of grants, and grants listed on the right-hand side of the page there in the slide. Human Resources. In January 2024, we established a Human Resource Office in the township. You'll see all the different functionalities they have are listed, and they've come a long way and made the township much more efficient by clarifying different job descriptions. Emergency Management. Dunn, retired last year. We appointed Gary Douglas and the new deputy, Katie Greca. We also, just a reminder, we have a women's shelter located at Seashore Community Church on Seashore Road in Irma during the winter months. We also have 2 emergency shelters located at the Rec Center and Milman Center if needed. Planning and zoning, we had 19 use variances were approved in 2024, 22 site plans, and 21 subdivisions. Construction Office, we had over 1,400 permits issued. We updated 114 more. We had over 4,000 inspections completed during 2024, with a grand total permit fees collected close to $700,000. Code enforcement, we received 612 complaints. We issued 54 summons. We responded to 506 dogs on the beach infractions throughout the summer months. The goal is to obtain compliance to verbal warnings. We're not looking to issue summons. We always give everybody a chance to rectify the code violation first. Recreation, I talked about some of this already. The Rotary Park renovations, we did phase 1. Phase 2 is coming soon. We talked about Diamond Beach and some renovation we did. We did start a youth flag football program this year, and they have a lacrosse program also. They kind of did some facelift at Rec Center, replaced the sign, and they reinstated the summer concert series for the community at the Cape May Lewis Ferry last year, and we'll be doing it again this year. It's new this year. For 2025, we're looking to have 2 summer camps. Target age group of students going into first grade through 6th grade. There's going to be 2 4-week sessions, so there'll be 2 camps, 4 weeks apiece. We're looking to get 60 students per session in this camp. Fire Safety Office, I kind of touched on this when Donna was here, how busy they are. If you do the math, you'll see it was over 3,000 inspections that their office did in 2024. Some of 2025 capital improvement projects here on the pipeline is the Dave Douglas Park Improvements Project. We're working through the county open space on that, waiting to hear any day how much money they can contribute to the project. The Rotary Park Improvement Phase 2 should be done this year. We're working on the Delaware Bay Outfall Extension Project, reconstruction of Ridgewood Avenue, the Stormwater GSI Mapping Project, which started last year, will be continued this year until it's completed, the Ohio Avenue Pump Station upgrades, a Lower Township pool. The 2025 budget, we anticipate introducing the 2025 budget at the March 3rd council meeting with a projected increase of 2 cents. So if you do the math, a penny or 1 cent is like $377,000. So if you times that by 2, that right now is a projected increase for 2025. I think it's $754,000 if I'm not mistaken. That concludes my presentation. Are there any questions or comments?
How are you
I don't know, clerk. I'm assuming it's spelled wrong, right? Okay.
A-C-L-A-N-T-I-S. No? What is
No,
it?
Chris, we actually put that here purposely to see if you'd catch it. You did a really good job tonight. So, I want to thank you for that.
That's all I do.
Okay.
T-L-A-N-T-U-S? Okay,
Okay.
I'll fix it before we post it. Just so you know, it was spelled wrong last year, too.
You weren't here last year, were you? There you go. So, any other questions or comments or misspellings? Okay, thank you, and
How long's that Delaware Bay outfall extension project been going?
I'll let the manager kind of just chime in here because there may be a little bit of a delay with that.
There's a lot of delays on that.
So I'll let the managers, or
Chris, we,
Councilman Conrad can speak, one of these two. Okay.
Chris, we had just gotten final approvals and permits from the DEP and got capital permits for those outfall pipes. However, because of the distance of the size of the pipes, now it requires Army Corps approval, and there's going to be several different entities that will be involved in that permit phase. At this point, we're looking to have one emergency outfall completed, because the one outfall is, there's a lot of sand accretion around the one outfall near Ohio Avenue, in between Ohio and Avenue and New York Avenue, that could be considered an emergency. Of course, that hasn't been approved yet, but we're securing an emergency.
Councilman Conrad, anything?
He pretty much covered it. We've been trying to get this done. It's just been, on our side, we're ready to go. We've been ready to go. We've been wanting to work, but we've had delays everywhere, and I want to say it's unacceptable, but it's dealing with bureaucracy elsewhere. That's the shame of it. It's affecting a lot of people's lives in different streets. This stuff needs to be done. Yes, the last time we did them, really, it's been longer than 10 years. The first time I dealt with them, I think we did it in 2008, 2009, and we extended a bunch of those. But Mother Nature takes things away over time.
Chris, we had just started with those surveys of those areas to come up with a plan to do 11 of those more recently. I know that that's been something they've done over the course of many years when they replace outfalls or extend those outfalls. But we've been at this one for about maybe 2.5 years, specifically for these.
For this one, yes.
And have designs in place to do the work.
Any other questions? Okay, that concludes the presentation. Mr. Conley, you're up next.
Thank you, Mayor. For those of you who don't know, for the record, my name is Louis H. Conley, C-O-N-L-E-Y. I am Secretary of Fire District Number 2, Lower Township, and have been Donna Black's boss for the last 25 years. I'm glad to see that we honored her in such a way tonight. That was very nice. The reason I'm here is fire district elections are coming up, and I come visit you every year just to remind everyone that the commissioners have a budget that has to be voted on every year by the public, and that voting time is the third Saturday in February by statute. We didn't pick it, but this year it'll be easy to remember. It's the day after Valentine's Day, so you could all come out, as you all do, always, and support us. We would appreciate it. We have two questions on the ballot this year. We have one, to approve the budget. The second, we need to buy another fire truck, and that just seems to be an unending story. but we can do that without raising taxes. All outlined in the ballots when you take a look at them, and they're available at the clerk's office. They're available, excuse me, by mail, by mailing to the clerk's office. The election runs on strange hours, again by statute. It's open from 2 to 9 p.m., and the voting will be at Fire District Firehouse. There are 2 other fire districts in the township. Their elections are at the same time and at their firehouses. If you don't have any questions, I'll get out of your hair, and thank you very much again for the time to bring this out to the public and let them know about it.
All right, thank you, Mr. Conley. Anybody have any questions?
Lou, the point being made is for Fire District 2 Town Bank, there is no tax increase again this year, correct?
Correct.
All right, that's an important point. People should be happy to hear that.
There is, if you want to be real technical, there is 1/100 of a cent increase purely by virtue of the way it works. So if you turn that into a real look, $100,000 would be $10.
I wish we had that problem here.
All right.
So I don't want to lie, I want to tell you the
There's a s-
absolute truth, but in all real numbers, it's going.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Conley.
Okay, we're going to move down to the consent agenda. And before we actually move forward to consent agenda, I'd like to ask the solicitor to kind of touch and expand on the ordinance 2025-04, the ordinance amending Chapter 90 for the police department, if you can, so we have a clear understanding what that's for.
Certainly, Mayor. So if council recalls, in 2024, we enacted ordinance 2024-15. That increased the hourly rate that officers received when they worked extra duty contracts. Those are contracts when they're off duty, they're actually not working for the department. The original rate was $60 through contract negotiations. The new collective bargaining agreement that was executed with the police department increased that rate to $85. That was the only change that was set forth in ordinance 2024-15. When the CFO and the finance department began to run those numbers, they realized that the $5 administrative fee in the ordinance didn't cover the cost, didn't cover specifically the taxes that the township would incur. So we were essentially subsidizing those extra duty events. So in speaking with Lauren Reed, she suggested that we increase that rate to $7, the administrative fee from 5 to 7. She also identified an issue with the charge that was imposed for the use of Lower Township Police Department vehicles. Previously, it indicated that these extra duty events would pay $50 per day for the use of a township vehicle. That expense is actually covered by statute. There are state regulations which outline, that based upon the type of vehicle, what should be charged. And in this case, the majority of our fleet are Ford vehicles, and it actually increases the rate to $22.91 an hour. Lauren's suggestion was that we increase that to $23 an hour so that we're consistent with the requirements outlined in state statute. And the mayor and I have had a conversation about this. Even though a vehicle may not be driving, it's on while these individuals or these officers are working these extra duty details. And there's use that obviously is incurred to these vehicles, so it was appropriate to increase that fee as well. The only other change that you'll note in ordinance 2025-04, I included a section in, I believe it's subsection B, that the township runs this program, and the language "and/or a third-party vendor designated by the township, if you so choose to do so, could operate and run this program as well. If you'll recall, we also went out to RFP recently to request proposals from entities to manage this program for the township, and that is set to conclude, and the bids and proposals we received would be opened on Wednesday, February 9th at 9 a.m., at which time council could make a decision to award a proposal, or excuse me, award a contract to a third-party vendor, or you could also reject all bids. But that's what's before you tonight, just increasing the administrative fee, the vehicle charge, and then the option to potentially award this to a third-party vendor.
Okay, thank you. Anybody on council have any comments on this?
None.
Anybody from the public want to comment on the consent agenda? Close the public portion.
Approval of the minutes, January 22nd, 2025. Resolutions 2025-81 through 2025-92. And ordinance number 2025-04. An ordinance amending Chapter 90, Police Department, Article 3, Off-Duty Police Services, to modify administrative fees to account for additional taxes incurred by the township and to modify fees associated with the use of township police vehicles. This is the first reading of this ordinance. The second reading and public hearing has been scheduled for Wednesday, February 19th. And ordinance 2025-05, an ordinance amending Chapter 583, Streets and Sidewalks, Article 1, Excavation of Streets of the Code of the Township of Lower. This is also the first reading of this ordinance. This second reading and public hearing is scheduled for March 2nd, 2025.
Okay, thank you. Is there a motion to move this forward?
Motion.
Councilmember Conrad?
Yes.
Councilmember Wareham?
Yes.
Councilmember Roy?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Coombs?
Yes.
Mayor Sipple?
Yes. We'll slide down to closed session.
Or public comment.
Oh, I'm sorry, sit right over, I'm looking right at it. Okay, sorry about that. Public comment, anyone from the public want to make any comments to council? Okay, we'll move over to council comments. Councilman Conrad, you have anything?
Nothing tonight.
Okay, Councilman Wareham?
I might steal something Kevin might say, but this past 2 weeks ago, we were, given the opportunity to attend a fire district to swearing in an award ceremony. And I think you guys all know, we say it all the time, that volunteers drive this community. But to be a volunteer firefighter, you're volunteering your time and you're a first responders, double duties, right? It takes a unique person to do that, and I just want to thank all them, all the fire districts, 1, 2, and 3, for their volunteer and their services and their time. That's all.
Okay, very good. Councilman Roy?
I have nothing further.
Deputy Mayor?
I can't pass it up. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles.
There he goes. You spelled it right. You must be a school teacher.
E-L-G-S-E-S, Eagles.
Okay, you got that one. Okay, now, I have two things, actually. Just a reminder, the piece of property over in Diamond Beach, we have an auction coming up Friday, February 7th at 9 a.m. That's the property in Diamond Beach. And also, as Mr. Connolly mentioned, the election for the fire districts is Saturday, February 15th from 2 to 9 p.m. That's all I have. Now we'll move down to closed session.
Resolution number 2025-93, a resolution providing for a meeting not open to the public in accordance with the provisions of the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-12.
Okay, is there a motion for this?
Motion.
Second.
Councilmember Conrad?
Yes.
Councilmember Wareham?
Yes.
Councilmember Roy?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Coombs?
Yes.
Mayor Sipple?
Yes. Thank you, everyone. Go Birds. Go Birds.